This video is made possible by our generous supporters on Patreon. Check out patreon.com/NWR for all the details.
I loved Peggle when it came out back in 2007, but with no new entry in nearly a decade, I've been looking for something that could fill that pachinko-style void in my heart. Thankfully, developer Wonderbelly Games has responded with Roundguard, out now on the Nintendo Switch. Not only is its Peggle-inspired gameplay strong, but the dungeon-crawling roguelike RPG aspects make it a truly unique, wonderful experience. Gameplay has you choosing from 3 different characters, each with their own different characteristics, such as higher hit points or mana, different abilities, and so on and so forth. It works much like Peggle if it were a role-playing game. The goal is to clear enemies off the board, which you can do so by using your special abilities all while avoiding taking damage. If your hit points fall to 0, that means the end of your run, and you'll be forced to start all over again. Meanwhile, each time you clear a map of baddies, you'll be able to choose the next stage you need to clear. Occasionally, you'll enter a bonus area, where you can rack up gold and new items. Towards the end of an act, you'll face bosses that are pretty easy to clear if you have the right tools and memorize their patterns. Even the final boss isn't really all that difficult once you figure out what to do. Clearing levels enables you to earn gold and obtain new armor, weapons, and magic abilities that help your characters become stronger and more efficient as you get deeper into your run, which lasts 3 acts. There are also runes you collect that can either help your run or make it more difficult to clear, giving the game some replay value. It takes about 90 minutes to complete a run once you figure things out, so it's a relatively short experience. All of this manages to work extremely well. Some of the dynamics feel a little off at times, and a few instances where I bounced off objects and flew really high off the screen for some reason. But most of the time, I was entirely engrossed into what I was playing in Roundguard. Picking the right armor or special ability really made or broke a run through. Roundguard's presentation isn't spectacular, but it gets the job done. The graphics and layout are colorful and bright, and the game's wit, mostly seen in cutscenes in between levels, is pretty funny, cute, and full of puns. Graphics and audio are perfectly fine, though a little mundane and repetitive. Gameplay is Roundguard's strongest suit. It manages to combine a number of unique gameplay elements into a cohesive experience that works extremely well. Some mechanics aren't quite 100% perfect, but there's not much to complain about. It's a short experience, but Roundguard is a novel idea that is executed extraordinarily well.
This video is made possible by our generous supporters on Patreon. Did you know that Nintendo World Report is funded directly by fans like you? When you support Nintendo World Report on Patreon, you get immediate access to multiple exclusive podcasts every month, exclusive Discord channels, an early look at select content, and more, all for as little as $1 a month. Check out patreon.com/NWR for all the details.